Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the match card rundown for NXT Takeover Chicago 2. We are here. We're breaking down every single match that you will see at NXT Takeover Chicago 2, the first takeover of season number 7, and it's gonna get absolutely crazy. It's gonna get absolutely insane in this place. It's gonna get absolutely crazy around here in Chicago, Illinois, that we will be in the United Center in Chicago, live and sold out. First off, starting off with the NXT Global Championship match. It will be Keith Lee defending the NXT Global Championship against Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam made his WWE return a couple weeks ago, and he has been on fire, winning the mini tournament for the NXT Global Championship. He became the number one contender, and now will face the champion Keith Lee at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. That's a champion in Keith Lee that has been on fire as the NXT Global Champion and has not lost a takeover in a long time. Meanwhile, for Rob Van Dam, he's looking for his first ever WWE championship, or WWE title that in general, and for the first time in over 12 years. Can he do it? We will find out, as he will face Keith Lee for the NXT Global Championship at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. Who you guys got in the premiere chat? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, we got the submission count anywhere match at NXT Takeover Chicago. NXT invades in your house. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it out. Sasha Banks and Candice LeRae did battle, but Sasha Banks escaped because she used the 10-count rule. But there ain't gonna be no counter, there ain't gonna be no disqualification, there ain't gonna be no running, there ain't gonna be no hiding for the boss. It's submissions count anywhere. You know the rules of the thing. All you gotta do is just make your opponent tap out. It could be in the boiler room, it could be in backstage, it could be in the locker room, it can be anywhere they want it to be. All you gotta do is make your opponent tap out. Candice LeRae is getting her revenge because she never lost technically at NXT in your house. She got counted out. She wasn't pinned or submitted, but you know what? It's gonna go down tonight. It's the battle of the bank statement versus the battle of the Gargano escape. Can Candice LeRae win her first ever NXT Women's Championship in her career, or will the boss be too much and prevail? We will find out at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. No running, no hiding for the boss. And then is one of the most personal matches on this card. We got a 3-on-1 handicap match. It's Samoa Joe taking on the top 1%. On the first episode of NXT in Season 7, the Samoa Joe made the shocking turn on his top 1% brothers. He left them alone. He didn't want to be with them anymore. He said screw it. But now Samoa Joe will face them in a 3-on-1 handicap match. EC3 has said that this is career suicide for Samoa Joe. EC3 has said that this will not be good for Samoa Joe, and it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if Samoa Joe could get lucky and get a pinfall, this one's gonna be elimination, ladies and gentlemen. As announced on Twitter per Kurt Angle, this will now be an elimination matchup for the with the 3-on-1 handicap situation. Can Samoa Joe find a way to defeat his fellow top 1% brothers? We will find out at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. It will not be good for Samoa Joe. Will Joe survive? It's a handicap elimination match. We will find out at Takeover Chicago 2. The mind games that have been played by the top 1%, we'll see if they're executed at Takeover. And now we move on to the number 1 contendership for the NXT Tag Team Championships, as it will be the Revival taking on the Hooligans. The winner of this match will have an NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity at a date to be announced, as London and Kendrick look to take on Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. At first, the Revival couldn't be convinced to fight the Hooligans, as they said that they were tired of Flip, they were tired of the tag teams here, they revolted from fighting them at first, but it seems that Kurt Angle got around to them and said that, hey, if you want a shot at the NXT Tag Team Championships, you got to show up, you got to fight, and you have to compete for them. And it seems the Revival are going to do just that, as the winner of this match will become #1 contender for the NXT Tag Team Championships and will face the current NXT Tag Team Champions, Sanity. It's going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be absolutely combustible, as the Hooligans, London and Kendrick, have been on absolute fire since their return back here to WWE. We will see if they can keep it up, as they will face the Revival at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. And finally, we got the main event evening. It's gonna be good. This is the main event. As the NXT Championship is on the line, we hear the battle cry. We hear the gallery going off as Drew McIntyre defends the NXT Championship for the first time in NXT in 3 years. As he's the NXT champion once again, as he was drafted to NXT, as he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion before being drafted in the WWE Draft. He takes on Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega vowed that at NXT Takeover Chicago 2 that he will be fighting for the NXT Championship, and he kept his promise. It's the battle cry versus the gallery. This does not get bigger than this. This is the biggest match in NXT history, and there's nothing that you can do, and there's nothing that you can say to prove me otherwise. Can Drew McIntyre feed off Kenny Omega? Can Drew McIntyre defeat Kenny Omega? We will find out at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. Place your bets now. Place your predictions now. Let me know in the premiere chat who you got. Let me know in the comment section who you got winning this match. This is going to be huge. Omega vows that he will win his first ever NXT title in WWE. He's never been a champion here in WWE. This could be the first time he ever wins a championship in WWE. Can he do it? We will find out at Takeover Chicago 2, coming very soon.